can just remember as a family that we were together. I mean, we would play, we'd laugh. Those are some memories that I had.
Yeah.
And that has transferred over with our kids. There are times that, in fact, we were with our daughter and son-in-law last night, and we were laughing about talking about vacation. She said one of the most fun vacations we had, we were at a beach and just together, just being together, just playing together and interacting, and so you
Turning
build
over the
some.
sailboat.
Yeah.
She never forgot that. And when she said we were in one of these little sailboats, and I was learning, and there's a little skill to that, and I'd never done it before. And so she says, I don't want to get on it until you for sure will not turn that thing over. So I
So
said,
he took me out
so I
as the
took
guinea
Tex
pig.
out. So Tex and I went out, and I got it to where, okay, I've got this thing down. So Renee comes out, gets on it, we get out in deep waters, and the first thing I do is flip that sailboat. She's never forgotten that.
She laughed.
So Shirley has, in growing up, y'all had some great times like that going to New Mexico.
I think it is real important for a family to really have an identity, to leave a legacy. You need to have a family identity. You need to do things together in one form or fashion. As a child, I have a father that just loved parties, loved spontaneity, and we were being transferred. He worked in the oil. My father was a petroleum engineer, and we were getting our house ready to sell, and then so we could move to Houston. And we got this call at school that we needed to come home. When we got home, there was this giant water pistol war of all they were supposed to be painting the house, but we got into this big water pistol fight, and we all go back to that when we get together. We go back to that memory. But one of the things I think is real helpful in memories is a picture's worth 1,000 words, and all of us remember things better when there's a picture of it. And so having a camera around is
That's
really
a good idea.
because I know that the things my brothers and sister and I talk about from our childhood, so many times there's a picture of about that same time that'll spark, oh yeah, I remember when this happened or whatever. So
Well, yeah, and then the camcorder deal, when we suddenly began to have something, you could have the video and the audio. It just makes stuff come alive. And Shirley, is Miss Frugal, and she's, very conscientious about where every dime goes. But I just, in my heart, there are times when I would say, we got to get that, because if and one of them was this camcorder.
it was
deal.
the dinosaur. It was the
yeah,
original
looked like a
camcorder.
suitcase that you put on
it was
your
really
on
expensive
your
too, I
shoulder.
think.
But I tell you, we can go back and play that when our little guys are this size, and what they say and how they say, and our kids, nearly grown, will come back, and when we've got an evening just together, they'll want us to pull out those old videos and watch themselves and watch each other.
You know what I did for Christmas? A couple years ago?
Oh yeah.
I made for Texas parents a DVD and I took each child from birth, and old pictures from birth to today, and marriage and everything, and then I took the whole family as a group and made a DVD sort of with music behind it and kind of fun music, and gave to them. And I think probably they appreciated that more than anything that we've ever done. Of course, it took a lot of time for me to do that. Not everybody has that kind of expertise, but and I don't have a lot of expertise in it. But that really meant something. I'll tell you something that I have started doing, and of course we've been traveling and gone a lot, and we got back just a few weeks ago, and I told Dave, our son, I wanted to start this. But on Tuesdays, I pick up a different granddaughter each Tuesday afternoon, and I take off early from work.
We have two granddaughters.
Two granddaughters, and so one Tuesday I pick up one Tuesday I pick up the other, and I just go out and do something fun with them. Go get a ice cream, go to a park, and in fact, yesterday we went to the Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah.
And what is the Bass Pro Shop for some
It's a
that are
new
over?
thing. It's almost like a museum in there, with all the animals and things. And we went and looked at all the different animals, and she would touch and pet the animals. And then we went and looked. They have fish there, and so it was like going to a stuffed zoo.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. The animals you can
Nothing
pet.
can bite you. You can pet it. Yeah.
And so we did that, and just kind of having time. Of course, we're gone, and I can't do that all the time. But when I am in, I said, I want to have some time with these these girls and build some memories early on in their lives.
Go ahead. Well, I was just going to say, I think that there is, it's that we are multifaceted human beings. You know, we're not just spiritual, and we're not just physical, and we're not just emotional. We're multifaceted, and I believe when the Lord comes to give us that abundant life, when He moves in to take over a family, take over a person, the abundance of life is going to be reflected in all the different areas and dimensions of our life. Not just church attendance, not just Bible study, but all kinds of stuff. And I think that we really are supposed to look for ways to have fun, to be able to play with our families. I just really do. I think that I've been able to, at times, have a better relationship with our kids if I've taken them hunting with me, or I've taken them with, we've been able to do something fun, play together. And I would just really want to say that to the moms and dads out there. It can seem like, well, that's just not spiritual, or how is that really contributing to godliness in their lives? I had an old preacher, his name was Fred Swank, pastored the Sagamore Hill Baptist Church for 43 years and 10 months, the same church in Fort Worth, Texas. Pastored a number of seminary students over the years. But he told me one day, he said, I have never led anybody to Christ that wasn't my friend. And he would preach to many, that sort of thing. But as far as
and he was
personal,
a huge soul winner too.
Yeah, I mean, just a great.
Like
I mean, he had, but he said, I never led anybody to Christ who wasn't first my friend. And so he would play golf with them, or he'd go fishing with them, or he'd go whatever. And in the context of that became the door for him to share Jesus. And I think there's a lesson in that for us as parents.
And along with that, I think that there are some things that are left with us that are hangovers. My daughter gave me I think it was last year, Christmas present or birthday present, some kind of present she gave me, a book on writing your memoirs. And this book had little, things to do, exercises to do. And one of the exercises was to think back to your earliest memory that just vividly as a child that stands out of something dramatic that happened.